there are many people who do not believe that President Trump gave the world the leadership it should have from the world's most important economy, did not give the messages about collaboration, in fact, talked about America first on too many bases. Do you think the world has changed in the last few days? And do you think we now have new leadership, which means we're going to have greater collaboration? Or do you fear that some of those ills that were there, not all because of the president under the last administration, are going to remain going forward?
We're in an interim period, and I think there's no question we're going to hear from President Xi later on today on the Davos Forum, and it's going to be interesting because, as you know, this is the 100th anniversary of the Chinese Communist Party, and there's a lot of focus put into this year, and I think President Biden and his group are going to focus on re-engaging with China, but more along the lines of a multilateral platform. So I do think there's going to be more reconnecting in the world, and I do think it's not just about reconnecting via technology. I think people are going to reconnect, and there's going to be much more of a multilateral approach. So, but remember, this is early days, and I think we have to, I'm positive because at the end of the day, people make a difference.
John, it was a number of years back when Xi Jinping was lecturing to the incoming Trump administration about the perils of engaging in a trade war, and we've certainly seen that play out in recent years. Do you think we can write off that chapter now? We're going to be seeing a very different Biden administration tone around the way they engage on trade.
You know, it's been very interesting. I think if people have paid attention to a lot of the hearings of the various members of the Biden cabinet in terms of their Senate hearings, a lot of information was conveyed there. And Tony Blinken, the candidate for Secretary of State, has been very clear. The bipartisan mindset in the United States about China and about trade is not going to change. I think what is going to change unquestionably is President Biden and Tony Blinken and Janet Yellen are going to take a much more robust view about engaging many more economies, particularly the European economies, in trying to develop a more, let's say, a more focused trade discussion and not a transactional discussion, but a more integrated trade discussion. So, as you know, Trump was very transactional. Here, I think Biden will be much more of an integrated trade diplomatic framework, which I think is going to, on one level, remember, China at the end of the day is only looking for engagement. China is about engagement. China is about having a seat at the table. China is about being respected. And I think they feel during this last period, they didn't have a chance to engage. They didn't have a chance to have a seat at the table, and they didn't have a chance to feel that they were integrated into the global order. I think between Biden and the Europeans, I think that will change, particularly relating to your question about trade.